Ladies and gentlemen, a good evening to you. My name is Mike Washira and welcome to Unplugged. And that was a really good interview that Valentine Njoroge had with those couples at Trademark Hotel. And thank you to Trademark Hotel for, letting us shoot there and enjoy an early Valentine's with those lovebirds. I don't know how you're planning to spend your Valentines. What are you planning to do for your favorite person, for your special one? You can let me know using the hashtag LoopK24, or you can send me a WhatsApp message or a video or a photo of your Valentines, and we'll celebrate them here with you on the show tonight. Remember, the WhatsApp number is on the screen right now, and let's celebrate a few people who are in love. Like Nixon here with Susan says, love isn't finding the perfect person. It is seeing an imperfect person perfectly. Does your person tell you things like those? That's what we're talking about here tonight. Of course, as we celebrate Global Musical Award winner, Kenya Buzz Award nominee, and winner at the Kafin Goma and Sondeka Awards, please welcome Africa's Sun in Africa's Sun, Tetu Shani.
I make mountains out of molehills, yeah, and it can be quite the same. Think about how far I've come and my life looking greater than it's ever been. If I could eat my pie in the sky, it would be just my thing. Sipping on my champagne and my life looking greater than it's ever been. La 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 la. My life looking greater than it's ever been. How did you rise so fast, so high, and now melt your wings in the sun? They say you must be Africa's son. How did you rise so fast, so high, and now melt your wings in the sun? They say you must be an African. I don't know about my haters, but they sure know about me. Keep me humble, oh God, cause my life looking greater than it's ever been. I overflow with flavor, my pockets are full of green. Even on my worst day, see my life looking greater than it's ever been. How did you rise so fast, so high, and now melt your wings in the sun? They say you must be Africa's son. How did you rise so fast, so high, and now melt your wings in the sun? Say you must be an African. Jealous, don't hold me. Jealous, don't hold me. Jealous, don't hold me back. If you jealous, don't hold me. Jealous, don't hold me. Jealous, don't hold me back. If you jealous, don't hold me. Jealous, don't hold me back. If you jealous, don't hold me back. I'm singing, please don't jealous me. Please don't jealous me. Ooh, I'm singing, please don't jealous me. Please don't jealous me. I'm singing, please don't jealous me. Ooh, please don't jealous me.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this man is truly Africa's son. Please join me here on the desk. Tetu Shani here with us on Unplugged tonight. And of course, any questions that you have for Tetu Shani, you can shoot them using the WhatsApp number that's on the screen right now, and also hashtag LoopK24. Brother, Happy New Year to you.
New Year,
how you doing, Mo?
I'm easy, man.
Man, it's really good to see you. Really good to see you.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah? Yeah, so, we are celebrating Valentine's.
Yeah.
And we're asking people what they're doing, for their special loved ones.
Yeah.
You got any plans for 14?
No.
I'll just put you on the spot there on national TV.
No, we had an agreement with my wife.
Yeah.
that we were going to do something.
I know Luis is watching.
Luis is watching. So what we're going to do is just, probably take a drive to Brackenhurst with the little one, Taji, just have some lunch, enjoy the drive, the view, all that kind of stuff. And then come right on back to Nairobi.
You know Taji is one who's going to enjoy this more than the two of you, right?
Taji. Oh, that boy.
He's what? He's 4 now, right?
He's 4 years old now.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations, man.
Thanks,
that's quite a journey.
It has been a journey.
It's been a journey.
Yes.
And, speaking of 4 years, when somebody hears you play, they would think that you started music from a very long time ago. But you had no musical inclination at all when you were growing up.
I think I had a musical inclination, but we had no way to recognize that it represented a music career.
Right.
So I'm the first person in my family, both sides, to pursue a career in music professionally. So growing up, you sing. I would sing with my sister, my mom at church. In school, you're in the choir. You do musical theater. But how many other people did musical theater?
Yeah.
It was much, much, much later on in life when I began to say, okay. So you mean I'm actually good at this, and not just good at it, but better than the average.
Yeah, and you can actually make something.
And I can actually make something out of it.
But growing up, you moved around a lot, right?
Yeah.
From NPC Woodley to Lusaka, Zambia, to Mauritania, to you were all over the place. At some point, 7 years in Senegal. And so, how was it moving around that much? Because I know, not having a fixed abode can be both a blessing and it also can be a bit disruptive.
Exactly that, Mike. It was, I think, a little bit of both. So moving around, of course, it's exciting for a young person. You get to experience different cultures, new locations, and all this kind of stuff. But at the same time, you are constantly being uprooted from friends, schools, churches. And so it was a bit of a nomadic life, and you have to learn how to adapt quickly. The older you get, the more you're getting into communities where people already have friends, they already have their networks.
Yeah, because of the difficulty to start penetrating those.
Exactly. But you know what? I'm grateful, man. All of it, I think, contributed into the man that I am today, and the music that I create. Yeah.
Is Senegal where you learned how to play the djembe?
Senegal is where I learned how to play the. Actually, the djembe is a West African instrument. It's not Senegalese. I think it's originally from the Mali, Guinea.
Exactly, yes.
But yeah, I picked it up in school when I was in Senegal, and I had no idea that was going to be my djembe. When I enter into music.
For all intents and purposes.
For all intents and purposes. Yeah.
Okay. And then so you went to high school, and then you finished that, and then. You also in the US for some time. You were in Vancouver for some time as well. And you studied communication. So where did mathematics come into place? Because at some point I had you complaining about some grades in mathematics that were not very flattering.
Let me tell you, bro, mathematics is really, it's not my strength. So when I was in California and I was studying communication, I completed everything. But I wasn't able to pass a math class.
And you had to take the test a couple of times.
So I did it once, I did it twice, I did summer school, then I tried to test out of it. I just said Z, bro.
So how did you even end up doing math? Because what?
Well, with liberal arts colleges, there's all these different courses that you have to take to be able to get your degree. Which is, I understand the reasoning behind it, but the problem is what if you're
not inclined
that way, But whatever, man. I'm just glad that right now, math, I've got a calculator on my phone, bro.
That's good enough for you. That's all the math you need to know.
That's good for me, bro.
Get those zeros on my check right.
Bro. Multiplication, divide, addition, subtraction, bars.
All right, so we have some responses as well. We'll be asking you what you're doing for your special loved one this Valentine. And if you have the responses, we can read them. And remember, you can talk to us using the WhatsApp number, which is on the screen. And let's see, Brayo kutoka Nyamira says, Niko ndiknik kwenye show ya leo. Thank you so much. Says, Happy Valentine. Let's see. Happy Valentines to all. Let's spread love and kindness. I'm Irene Sachion. Thank you so much for that message. Already they're like, Tetu is killing it. Celebrating my sweetheart Doreen Kavinya akiwa Githurai 45. All right. I love the tone variations applied. Thanks, Tetu. How long amekuwa na guitar? We'll talk about that, definitely. I would like to just appreciate that guy is really doing great. These are now your legion of fans coming.
Dope.
Legion of fans coming through. Okay, so then, after coming back from the US and Vancouver, you got an internship at World Vision.
Yeah.
And at some point you realized the 9 to 5 and the suits was not thing for you.
It's just not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because your dad worked for World Vision,
Yeah,
right?
my dad worked for World Vision for many years.
Right.
Many years. Actually, that was the reason why
Well,
we
you kept moving,
moved around so much.
Yeah.
And hey, Mike, you've done some digging, bro. These questions, man, I like it. You're okay. So actually, I had not yet finished university when I did the internship. It was an attachment.
Right.
So one of the times when I'm back in Kenya, it's like, okay, just do an attacho at World Vision. And I mean, you know, it was fun work. Maybe too fun. I was a distraction. I think, like, I just
You were that guy.
I was that guy. Hey, what are you guys up to? Yeah, check into this other cubicle. But I realized that, you know, it wasn't energizing work for me.
Right.
And that was when I really began to ask myself the question, okay, am I really cut out for this? Because whatever it is that I choose is going to be my path for the rest of the life.
Right.
And I just realized, no. This is an energizing work. And then additionally, Mike, like, I'm the kind of person who whatever I commit myself to, I want to give 120%.
Right.
So I saw that even if I give 172%, it's not going to work out.
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to go far. There's going to be a ceiling. And I've always felt like my life needs to have the greatest amount of impact. And I found that impact in music.
Yeah. And you know, it's really interesting because you talk about how you were one day sitting in your parents' living room and you're just there thinking about exactly where this journey is taking you, and you see the djembe there in the corner. And you were like, hey, I know how to play this thing. And that sort of, you know, began your journey as a percussionist.
Yeah, that's what kickstarted it. I was in a place where I was really confused, and I was saying, okay, so if it's not this, what's it going to be? And I mean, it was a real long season for me, a couple of months where I used to journal every day. And what I'd write in my journal was, okay, Tetu, what are you good at? What energizes you? And then beyond just what are you good at a level that is better than other people? And I'm in this process, I'm chilling, you know, I'm in my folks' place. At that point, I was still living there. And then I looked in the corner and there was the percussion instrument. And I remember looking at it and going, wait a minute. By that point, I'd already been playing it in church. Right. With my homeboy Fadili and a guy called Sambaluka. Yes. And I was really good. Like, people would always be like, yo, bro, you're killing this thing, because I'd play it like a drum set. Right. So I said, wait a minute, hold on. See, I could potentially get a career from this thing. So I hollered at my boy, I said, Fadili, how do I get into the music industry?
Is that how you found yourself performing at Allianz?
And that's how I found myself performing at Allianz for Stan Cubano. He was a guy who was back on the label Peña, which Sauti Sol incidentally were at that time. And that just led me on this journey where I play for this artist and this artist and this artist. And it was crazy, man. It's funny how...
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're here with, I like to call him Africa's son because he truly is Africa's son. This guy is unapologetically African. And I want us to, you know, I want him to perform a song for us because we cannot have Tetu Shani here and he doesn't sing. So what are you going to play for us now?
I think I'm going to play a song called Pump It.
Pump It. All right.
Yeah.
You can just get to the Unplugged stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Tetu Shani with Pump It.
I love you in the morning, when sleep is still in your eye. I love you in the evening, when we kiss each other goodnight. If love is just a feeling, then let's be in our feelings and pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. If there's nothing that we're doing, let's spend the whole day inside, staring at the ceiling and laughing side by side. If you're feeling what I'm feeling, then come on over here and let's pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. Moody, I worry, come and write our story. Francis Atwoli, form a rally and fight for our rights. Boniface Mwangi, make this love go viral tonight. And together let's pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. I can't believe that this is me. I'm not the romantic type. Falling in love was so easy, I couldn't even put up a fight. So many different melodies, I think I write a song and just pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it, pump it. Money answers everything, but it can't buy love, it can buy love. Oh. All I want is this one thing. It's the finest thing. It's your support. Oh. There's nothing else that matters. Put you at the top, so let's bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it. Moody, I worry. Come and write our story. Francis Atoli, form a rally and fight for a right. Boniface Mwangi, let's make this love go viral tonight. And together let's pump it, na na na, pump it, na na na, pump it, na na na. Moody Awori, come and fight our story. Francis Atoli, form a rally and fight for a right. Boniface Mwangi, let's make this love go viral tonight. And together let's pump it, na na na, pump it, na na na, pump it, na na na. All together just pump it, na na na, pump it, na na na, pump it, na na na. Everybody just pump it, na na na, pump it, na na na, pump it, na na na. All together just pump it, na na na, pump it, na na na, pump it. You can sing it. Everybody just pump it, pump it, pump it. Bump it, bump it, all together just bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it. Everybody just bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it. All together just bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it, bump it.
Hey! All right, please come back. Tetu Shani killing us softly. Nicolok from Kabianga. Big up Tetu Shani. Hi, it's Alicia. Say hi to Tetu and ask him why the WhatsApp group is not active anymore, loving his music from this side. Okay. All right. Why isn't the WhatsApp group? All right. Wow. You can read some messages. These are your fans.
I know, I know. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Alicia.
All right. So you can read that one for us.
Hello, I'm Kalamu David, enjoying the show from Gidurai 45. Big ups. Tetu, kudos. You're going to inspire many of us as youths. I appreciate you. Bless up, man.
Happy Valentine. I love the way he's playing the guitar. Wow.
Okay.
Look at you. This is just like, wow.
This is humbling, man. I'm really grateful.
This guy here just saying, Wagwan. Hello, Edu here, tuned in to the show. Big ups, Tetu. Keep up the talent. You can read that one for us.
Still enjoying the show here. HIA. Bless ups. Tetu, naweza, even up. Anyway.
Yeah, Tetu naweza kweli keep up the tune high.
The tune high, okay,
Nice.
Cool,
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, there's this from Uganda. Look at that, enjoying from Uganda. Thanks, guys. Man. Wow. Sure, yeah, so we're global like that. Yes, we're global like that. So if you're just joining us, welcome to Unplugged. And of course, we're talking to Tetu Shani here and just finding out about his journey. So when you went to perform at Allianz, like, how was your first performance?
Yeah, I was
first one.
I was nervous.
You were nervous, right?
I was so nervous, bro, because see, I had a strategy. See, Fadili had told me, he's like, this is how you play for big artists. You go for their rehearsal. Yeah. Then you ask if you can try a few songs. Yes. Then you just say, let me play one song for free at your show. Yeah. And that's exactly what I did, man.
Wow.
And so that one song, man, I had to leave a good impression. But, you know, thankfully the team was great. Stan was cool. The guy on bass was a guy called Sucre. Yeah. He was amazing. I mean, it was a really good transition into music.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And so then comes, 2014. Yeah. And Berkeley comes calling. Yeah. And you say no. Yeah. And everybody must have thought you're crazy.
They thought I was nuts.
Like, this is the mecca of music schools.
This is what people pray for.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at the artists who've gone through, Karun went through Berkeley, Zinia Manasseh went through Berkeley. You know, like
Lisa, heavyweights.
They're like really refined, heavy artists. And here I'm thinking that you've just picked up you're doing very well in percussion jazz, and this would be an opportunity for you to go and refine your skill, and you say no.
The reason that I said no, Mike, was because I am very sensitive to the times. And what I mean by that is that I'm very conscious of whatever season that I'm living in. And when I looked around me, I saw the stirrings of what I call a musical renaissance. In Nairobi. Yeah. Like Nairobi was popping. There was new styles of music coming up. there was a new appreciation for the music. And Berkeley's 4 years, man. Yeah. I said,
Were you feeling like this would be too long a gap? Like you'd go there and come back and then start trying to reconnect with people and the scene?
Exactly.
It would just be that much harder for you.
It would have been so hard because, you know, already the pace of music is very fast. Yeah. You don't release music for 6 months, people feel like you've dropped off. Yeah. So I said, no. It would be hard to go there, build networks in Boston, then come back here and start from scratch again, building networks over here. Yeah. So I took that gamble, man. I just said, you know what? There's good things happening in Nairobi, and I want to be where the action is. Yeah. Or when a window is open, a window is not open forever. And that was before Gengeton, that was before some of the things that are happening right now. So my instincts were correct. The renaissance is here. Yeah. You know, it was happening. It was happening for it. And I was here for it. Yeah, I was. It was a good decision. I don't have regrets.
And then after that time, you know, you're a percussionist. You know, you're doing percussion jazz. Yeah. And you get home, and you're like, you know, when I get home, I don't want to play this percussion instrument. Yeah. I want something that's got a bit more feel to it. Yeah. So you pick up the guitar and you start, you know, just strumming and doing your things. But up to that point, you were not trained classically in music at all. No. So how did you know what you were playing? Like, so you pick up the guitar, like you just fumble around with it? Like
so the first song I ever learned was a song called Blackbird. And it was a song by the Beatles called Blackbird. And the funny thing is that you can learn one song, deconstruct it, and teach yourself other music. People don't understand this. So while I'm going Blackbird, mewing in the dead of night, I'm saying, okay, these chords are interesting. And then that's what gave birth to a song called Round and Round. And then round and around and round and around again. So that's how I taught myself, man.
Because I've tried to learn this instrument.
Yeah, it's just the time, bro. The number of times I've wanted to chop this thing up, burn it, susu on it.
And then, okay, so, yeah, because I know, because you and me had like the marks on the fingers.
Yeah, like, you see, you get all the marks and it's frustrating.
I was like, no, I'll just leave this for other guys to do. Like, no, I'll do something else. All right, so 2015, Jonathan Butler is in town. Yeah. You're at a Safaricom Jazz Festival, and you get a chance to meet him. Yeah. How did that, you know, how profound was that for you in terms of awakening?
Mike, I'll tell you something I've never shared on a TV interview. When I was playing percussion, the one thing that I coveted, the one thing that I wanted was to write songs. And that was the one thing that I couldn't do. I tried. I used to ask the people, the artists I play for, how do you write songs? And they'd give the same useless answers that everyone gives. Oh, no, you just try, and then I said, no, these guys, they're not telling me something. So, you know, being a person of faith, I used to pray. And I used to pray and I said, God, please make me a songwriter. Please make me a songwriter. And incidentally, right around that same period, Jonathan Butler was coming into town. And he was having a master class at Michael Joseph Center. I said, I'm going to be there. And I didn't know why I was saying that, but my faith at that time said that if I can just be around him, there's something about his energy that maybe will be transferred to me. Yeah. Imagine that's where my mind was. Yeah.
And that's faith.
It's faith, bro. Yeah. Straight up faith. Yeah. So I went, I sat in front. When he enters, he sits next to me. So I said, hi. The bass went. And he's like, hey man, you know,
because he's a heavyweight.
He's a heavyweight. This is a Grammy winner.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
So I said, hey bro, look, after your masterclass, can we talk and can you pray for me? He said, sure, man. And sure enough, after the masterclass, he called me.
Wow.
And when he said, what do you want me to pray for? I just said, I'm going to be going to Berkeley. I just need prayer for that. He said, okay, very simple prayer, blah, blah. But what he didn't know is that in that moment, in my heart, I said, whatever this man has will be transferred to me. Yeah. Mike, the next 3 months, I wrote 21 songs.
What? Off of that meeting with Jonathan
The following week, I'm washing dishes, and songs are just coming. Songs are just coming. Because what happens is you have beats, you have melodies, you have chord progressions. They're all separated, yeah? Like the ingredients, separate ingredients. But then like a pizza, you take the ingredients, you put them all together. It's like they just came together. And literally, bro, I kid you not, I mean, if my wife was here, she'd tell you. Like, all of a sudden, I just started writing and writing and writing. And I don't know whether that moment is what gave me the confidence or whether the faith is what really drove it. But man,
but it just came together so nicely.
It just came together so nicely, very organically. And the way you know it was a surprise is people were shocked that I was writing songs. The first show I did when I was playing guitar, it was packed like this. Akina, my homies were there, Heart the Band.
And it's so interesting because at that point, people didn't know you for music writing, right? They didn't know you about
No, they just knew me as a great percussionist.
So you did a song, you posted it online,
it did well.
It did really well.
It did well.
People were like, is this really you singing?
Yeah. And so they came to confirm.
Now this was at Utam.
This was at Utam Festival. I remember the first edition was at Cold Stone. Mamangina Street. Exactly.
And you're there. So how was that for you? Because this is the first time now you're meeting people and they're seeing you now as a songwriter and a singer, not just a percussionist.
Let me tell you, I was nervous. I was excited. But I knew that I was on the right path because when you're a percussionist, you'll only ever play for other people. But then when you begin to write your own songs, now you're building a memory in the minds of people, your own memory, where people can sing a Tetu song and love it and connect with whatever vibe you had when you're writing the song. It changed my life. And it was not an easy transition. A lot of people told me not to do it. They said, no, the thing that you're good at is playing djembe.
Yeah, stick to that.
Stick to that. Do what you know. But I said, nah, bro. There's in life, it's about ownership. It's about building your own legacy. And here.
And at that time, you know, it's like your life was sort of, you know, like you were coming out and becoming you, you know. And you were also doing a lot of work, you know, with the choir in church. And you were, you know, playing instruments. I mean, I think you were playing...
I was playing drums.
You were playing drums in church. And one day you were at a kesha at your pastor's. And Louise walks in. And you're like...
Whoa.
Drum roll. Hold up.
Mike, let me tell you something funny. It wasn't love at first sight.
It wasn't, because you were in a relationship at that time.
I was in a relationship at that time, and so I was just like, oh, okay, you know, this is a girl with a beautiful smile, nini, whatever. But then what happened is we became friends. And the friendship, you know, I was someone who would move a little fast in relationships, but for the first time now I could put the brakes because I'm in a long-distance relationship. So we were just friends. The other relationship ended, but then the friendship continued. And at some point, I just realized that, wow, this is someone who I don't ever want to be apart from again. And people ask me, oh, how do you know the one is the one? It's just it's someone you just say, wow.
I mean, you just know.
You just feel, no, this one, I want to be with them forever and ever.
And then 2016 comes along and, you know, you are nominated for Best East African, you know, musician, Kenya Buzz Awards. Was that surprising for you?
It was very validating. I think the biggest thing for a musician, for a creative, is that we don't have a traditional CV. So you have to build your own list of achievements, right? And that was very validating. It showed me, okay, Tetu, you're onto something on a national level, meaning what you have, what God has given you, is not common. It's above average. It might even be excellent. And then that just gave me the more of a drive to keep pushing.
Because 2017 came by in Kafengoma Awards.
Imagine.
And there you are. Well, and so suddenly you're riding this wave. And you know, you're feeling like, oh my God, now, you know, people are beginning to, you know, recognize me and know me for my music and, you know, really appreciate me. And so at that point, what are you thinking?
Hey, I'm thinking, okay, these awards are coming now. How do I make money? I can't eat an award. And so I started really thinking now about the business of music and trying to think, okay, we have talented people in this country. I'll tell you something a bit controversial, Mike. I feel like, honestly, one of the most revolutionary things that a Kenyan musician can do is be rich, is to be wealthy. Because that is the problem everyone has. Most of the people feel like you go into music because you failed at everything else.
They don't look at it like a career.
Like a career,
like a 9 to 5. This is a legit way of making a living. But bro, once you start getting artists, creatives, driving the car that they want, or living in the home that they want, or showing up to, you know, like a gig in a helicopter or whatever, all of a sudden people begin to say, wow, you mean this is something that can actually be a career. You're going to see a transformation in society. Because the problem in our country is that no matter how talented you are, if you're not making a living off of it, if people are queuing behind you at the kiosk, mkibai, whatever. And there's that expectation that, you know, you're supposed to be living a certain kind of lifestyle. Because when you win a global musical award, people are like, okay, fine. So Tetu Shani amefika. And there you are. So that award came by. And so at that time, I mean, this is huge. This is huge.
Yeah.
And I think you were just coming off, was it the Tinga Tinga? No.
Tinga Tinga came later.
Yeah, Tinga Tinga came later.
Much later, yeah.
So where did you receive the news that you had won this award? Where were you in this?
So the award, it's an online award for alternative musicians. Basically, the vision behind the award is basically to recognize people who are doing amazing things in spheres that are not necessarily pop music, or whatever, that the Grammy would
not the traditional.
The traditional whatever. And I had submitted my song, and keep in mind, this is still very early in my career. At this point, I've been doing music for 2 years. And then one day I got the email, and then the Nini came in the mail, you know, you recipient of the Silver Award of ABCD, whatever. I was like, man, this is amazing. But then again, where's the money?
You're like, okay, fine.
Okay,
looks
cool,
good on the wall.
Cool. Like, it looks great, you know. Cash? But you know, even sometimes when you're celebrating with people, you know, you'd say, oh, I got this thing, and then like, oh, did they pay you? And you're like, no. So that taught me something. It taught me that I needed to learn how to celebrate myself. Because at that point, I think I was looking to other people for validation. Like, hey, look, this is what I did, and this is a fantastic thing that I did. And people be like,
look at it, okay.
Yeah, okay, cool.
But you see you catching a match every day.
Yeah. So that's when I realized, okay, celebrate yourself, Tetu, celebrate yourself. This is a big deal. This is a big achievement. You're doing something. And you've seen the comments here. Once I started to celebrate myself, other people started to celebrate me.
Actually, there are people who are celebrating you right now. And let's remember, you can use the WhatsApp number, which is on the screen, and talk to Tetu Shani here with us, saying, hello, enjoying the show from Kakamega. Read that one first.
Rock from Nakuru Njoro, wishing you a happy Valentine. I like the way he plays that guitar. Thank you, Rock.
Yeah.
Shoni lit Tetu, hashtag, or one of those things, emojis, fire emojis. Need George from
Nakuru.
Yo, guitar imeiva. I like it.
As in, they're coming in fast.
They're coming in fast, man. I can't even keep up.
Show iko lit.
Yeah,
thank you, bro.
Niaje enjoying the show from Nanyuki. Hey, big ups Nanyuki. I love how this man plays the guitar. I play too. Mugithi. Hey, evidence from my DP. Tempo. Awesome.
That guy is amazing.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah, look at that. He's fire.
Wow.
Jesus.
I'm so grateful, guys.
Yeah, love you, bro.
So
Bell's tuned in, not just good at music.
I see you, Bella.
He's good vibes.
Hey.
Tetu is killing it.
Yeah, Tetu is on another artist on another level. Music so dope. Wow. Wow. Thanks,
okay,
guys.
so you call your music, up to that point, you're calling your music mood music. Yeah?
Yeah.
And there's something that you said that for every color on the spectrum of emotion, there's a song.
See, I'm a deep guy, bro.
Yeah? Too deep.
For every color on the spectrum, let me tell you, when I came back in 2010, that's when I'd come back from Los Angeles. I noticed that if I could use colors, most Kenyan music was red, yellow, blue. Yeah. Primary, it's club bangers, maybe gospel, and then maybe, I don't know, a rap, or pick another one or whatever. But then I said, wait a minute.
Gengetone or something.
Yeah, something like that, right? I said, but wait a minute, hold on. We're human beings, right? Yes. We have emotional depth, yes. I began to notice that while Kenyans were like listening to this music, when they were at home, they were listening to EDM, electronic, they're listening to rock, Coldplay, CG, what. And I said, wait. You guys are telling me that there are certain styles of music that Kenyans don't want to listen to. But they're listening to them in their home, in the car, in the shower, and all this kind of stuff. And I said, you know what? We're lacking representation of diversity in emotions in the music. Yes. I wanted to hear songs about tragedy, the tragic loss of losing someone, or jealousy mixed with anger, mixed with fear, or the hope of getting back together. And I wasn't finding these songs. So that's why I called my music mood music, because I was like, let me see how many different moods I can tap into to create an emotional response and reaction in the person who's listening to it.
When I realized what that meant, when you said doing the living room sessions.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
You said doing that, and I found that so dope, because there's a song that you were doing called Hold It Steady. And
wow.
I was listening to that, and you're doing the click.
Yeah.
And you're singing, and you're playing the guitar, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bro.
Some parts there you're even making up words in the song, and I'm like, this part is amazing.
I was just having fun,
You're just having fun with it.
Just having fun.
All right, and then 2018, Sondeka Awards come along as well.
Yeah.
And 2018 is a big year for you because CNN, African Voices of Change, also came calling and they're like, yeah, we need to speak with this guy about what it is he's doing. And how did that come about?
CNN African Voices was another point of validation for me because I've realized, okay, I'm making an impact in my country, I'm making an impact in the region, but CNN African Voices is a continental platform. And for them to recognize what I was doing and to highlight and showcase it, it made me say, okay, Tetu, keep going. Because, bro, I've quit this thing so many times, you have no idea. I don't even tell people when I quit. I just quit at home.
Because a musician quits like every month.
Because, like, bro, you know, it's such a hard journey because so many of us in this context are pioneers. We're not working with systems that have already been built. We're not working with already existing infrastructure. We're literally building them as we go along. So it can be frustrating. But when CNN came calling, I said, okay, fantastic. And it also showed me, you never know who's watching. Just keep doing your thing. I just want to say that to whoever's listening right now, like, keep doing your thing with excellence. You never know who's watching.
And you know one thing I really liked is when you did the song Africa Sun, is the fact that, you say, how did you rise so fast, so high, and not melt your wings in the sun? And when I heard those lyrics, to me, what you were saying is that, there is a certain opinion that people globally have about Africa. And we look at Africa, the picture that we all know in the narrative is that kid with the makamasi running down the nose and the flies and everything. And so when you find somebody who's made it in Africa, everybody's always asking, like, how did you... I mean, you come from such an impoverished and background. How did you get to where you've gotten? And I think for me that song, what it did was validate that, actually Africans, we can be great. And the world should know this.
That song has a lot of pride, bro. Because I realized that Africans, let me say Kenyans, sometimes we're very apologetic in certain spaces. We just don't want to step on toes, and we're wondering if, especially in international spaces, we're just wondering, please, I'm so grateful for the opportunity. I said, wait, no. What do you mean grateful for the opportunity? I deserve to be here. My life looking greater than it's ever been, you know? And so I wanted to inject a sense of pride into the people who are listening, this African pride where you're just like, no, you know what? I'm going to do my thing, and I'm going to do it better than the rest of the world because that is what Africans have been doing. We have, from time immemorial, we've had the best universities. Mansa Musa was one of the wealthiest people in the world, man of life. He's throwing gold literally as he's walking with his camels.
Even till today, he's still the wealthiest
The wealthiest man, you understand? And I said, yo, there's a lot to be proud about. Let me start you on that journey of discovering what it means to be proud, to be African. And
then you go and you're part of the Tinga Tinga tour, and then you're just coming off the tour, I think late October 2019, and you find out that Africa Sun is part of them, has won a space in the Empower 100, and so how was that for you?
It was a mixed bag because so I've just come off of Tinga Tinga. Tinga Tinga was an amazing musical that I was a part of with Eric Wainaina and Sheba Hurst. It was fantastic. Claudia was the director, and we went to New York.
It was on Broadway.
Performed it on Broadway. That was an incredible whatever. And then you come back, and there's always a small depression that enters when you've been involved in a production so intensely.
And now it's kind of like anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic, You're now just loose. So then I remember there was this competition online called Empower Africa, and it was put on by Mr. Easy, and it was like, oh, play 30 seconds of a song of yours, and it'll be in consideration for a $3,000 music video. I said, okay, let me do this thing. And so I did it on Instagram. I played it, and I was so annoyed because Taji kept popping up in the video. So his head keeps popping like this, and he's bouncing, and I was so annoyed. Little did I know, maybe that's what made me win, reach the top 100. There was 20,000 entries all across of Africa. I made the top 100. I was so grateful. And then things got complicated from there. There was like a WhatsApp group that we had with Mr. Easy, and
it became a bit difficult.
Well, what I began to realize, bro, was that there was this favoritism going on. That for Nigerian and Ghanaian artists, there was this preference that was being given. And then for the Kenyan artists, there wasn't. And then I began to realize, bro, we really need to step up our game. We are doing dope things in this country, but somehow because we're not believing our own hype, other people are not believing that hype. I had a Sierra Leonean friend who told me this. It's a proverb from Sierra Leone. said, if your house no sell you, street no go buy you. If your house doesn't sell you, how will the streets buy you? Yeah. And I began to realize, oh man, okay, all right, more work needs to be done. Yeah. We're dope and we just need to push. We just need to push. We just need to push.
I like that. Let's look at some of these responses here. Read that one for us.
Wishing my sweet tat Nathan a happy Valentine's Day. Akiwa Moi University, feel much loved. My expensive man from Irene. You are blessed, bro. Again and again, K24, I'm wishing my king, the winner of my heart, a happy Valentine's Day. My faithful and online king of my heart, Nathan Mudhuri Mwa. Acheni story mingi, so many SMS.
Tunazisoma bro. Acha siasa. We are reading them. I'm Rock from Nakuru Njoro, wishing you a happy Valentine's. I like the way he plays the guitar. I see you people show iko lit. Komoto kabisa. I'm so proud of Tetu.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, man, bro, they love you.
Wow, Marion from Kilesho, we love you, Tetu. Thank you so much.
This guy is a marvel. He's a true artist. Big up from Baraton University. Let's talk about something, because one of your best and biggest performances happened at Blankets and Wine. And you came off that, and when you came off that, suddenly you started asking yourself a lot of questions about whether you're really making an impact with your music, whether you feel like it's really reaching people the way it should, whether it's really transformative. And so what were you going through at that time?
So the Blankets and Wine opportunity was really dope. AKA was on the lineup.
Right. It was huge.
Mudhoni Drama Queen, shout out to MDQ, had put together stuff like press conferences with complimentary cocktails. Our faces were on a billboard and all this kind of stuff, right? I did my set, killed it, but then I said, where do I go from here? Because you see, we're conditioned to always go bigger, 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 bigger. I said, how will I afford to put my face on a billboard? How will I afford to organize press conferences and all this kind of stuff? And it was a moment of real kind of fear where I began to feel something called Imposter Syndrome. You say, hey, do I really deserve to be here? What happens now?
And you tweeted and asked. Yeah, you asked the question.
Yeah. Where do we go from here? And then what I did is I went the opposite direction. Instead of going bigger, I went smaller. I went back to doing open mics, bro. And you know why? Because I wanted to see, do people love my music because of hype? Or do they like it because it's good music?
And it connects with
and
something.
Connects with something. I said, let me go back into the spaces where people don't know me. So I used to tell people, listen, I want to do your poetry show, I want to do your spoken word, blah, blah, but don't put my name on the poster. So that my fans don't come. I want to see
if I can really connect with
I can connect with strangers, people who maybe don't know me. And bro, that was the best thing for my career. It was the best thing because it made me sharpen my tools.
And when you say that, you wanted to connect with people who are not like the usual audience that you have. That happened for you in Nightfest. In Nightfest, you were there, and it wasn't the usual people that you play for. It wasn't the usual people that who turns up at the gigs. How was that for you now, playing at such a huge platform? And these are people, and they know your music word for word.
Nightfest was the one at K1. Nightfest was mad. It was amazing. There was like 3 different stages, and it felt like a festival because people would shift from this stage and come to this stage. And that was a very pivotal show for me because, man, my people came out. And like you said, they were singing the songs word for word, and I was like, that was the first time that I couldn't recognize people, but they're singing my songs.
Yeah, and you're like, wow.
Wow, because up until that point, it's your friends, it's your family. But that was when I began to realize, hey, okay, so there's now, this thing is becoming bigger than my circle, my networks. It was amazing, bro. It really was.
Okay, I want you to perform something for us. What are you going to play for us?
Oh, I'm going to play, I figure I can't leave without playing something called Rupendo because it's Valentine.
Oh, you have to do it,
so
bro.
this one is for the ladies and the men alike. If you've got your person, this is for you.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, remember you can still shoot in whatever questions that you have, and appreciation and comments and observations for Tetu Shani.
If you love her, then you better tell her. If you love her, then you better tell her. Oh. If you love her, then you better tell her. If you love her, then you better tell her. Oh. If you love her, then you better tell her. Her heart is open, give her chicken soup for the soul. If you love her, then you better tell her. Her heart is open, give her chicken soup for the soul. The lit will keep her body warm when she's feeling cold. Upendo, upendo, upendo will keep her body warm when she's feeling cold. Upendo, upendo will keep her body warm when she's feeling cold. So if you love her, then you better tell her. Her heart is open, give her chicken soup for the soul. If you love her, then you better tell her. Her heart is open, give her chicken soup for the soul. It will keep her body warm when she's feeling cold. Yes, there will be trouble along the way. Don't you know that there will be trouble along the way? Hey, hey, come on. Look before you leap and you'll be okay. Don't you know? Look before you leap and you'll be okay. Upendo, upendo, upendo will keep her body warm when she's feeling cold. Upendo, upendo will keep her body warm when she's feeling cold. So if you love her, then you better tell her. Her heart is open, give her chicken soup for the soul. If you love her, then you better tell her. Her heart is open, give her chicken soup for the soul. Well, it will keep her body warm when she's feeling cold. So we'll keep her body warm when she's feeling cold. So we'll keep her body warm when she's feeling cold. So Upendo. Upendo.
Upendo, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Tetu Shani there giving you something to celebrate Valentine's with. And as you can see, this guy is very tall, making me look like Kevin Hart. All right, let's look at some of the responses here. Nick from Nakuru says, I'm impressed. This is what I call good music. Wow. Can you read that one for us?
If Kenyan men are like my babe, Nathan, I think... Who's Nathan?
Hey, Nathan Mazia ametajwa sana.
Are these many Nathans? Or we love you, Tetu. I'm providing BGC services at the comfort of my home, word for word. Oh, I love you too.
Oh, look at that. I love how this man plays the guitar. I play Mugidi too. This guy is marvelous. Keep up, bro. I really love your music.
Wow.
Salimika sana.
Wow.
Read that
the
one
show
first.
is really amazing. Good work, Tetu.
Oh, here's a question for you.
What's the song's title? If you love her, the song is called Upendo. It's going to be off my upcoming album. Keep your eyes out for that one. Well done, Tetu Shani. Very inspirational, great stuff. So how do we contact you? Fleming or Mayo here. I love your name, Fleming. That's a dope name. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Mike. Does Tetu have plans of setting up a guitar school in future? That's Mike from Kisumu.
Teaching is not my strong point.
Okay, tell me something. So now we're in 2020, and COVID-19 comes in, and you're now forced to be together. All of us generally, globally, you're forced to be together with your spouse, your partner, whatever. And we're so busy in our lives, we don't really get time to spend with our partners. But now COVID, because of lockdown and all this, we're forced to spend time together, and you start realizing you don't really know this person that that is your partner. Is that what inspired the song?
For this one, Upendo?
No, not Upendo. There's a song you did called You Don't Know Me At All.
Okay.
Because I was listening to
you're listening. Mike, well, you guys. Mike, let me tell you, Don't Know Me At All has many layers. Yeah. So on the one hand, it's about that, exactly that. You're living with someone, and perhaps you think you know each other, but you don't. But it's also about mental health.
Yeah.
And it's also about the struggles and my own personal struggles with, you know, some of the things that happen in my mind and my emotionally, and I wrote it just as a way for maybe if someone else is also struggling with some mental health issues, maybe they could connect with the song as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about the album, the live album that you did.
Live at Kwetu. Yes, Live at Kwetu was it was a live recording that I did of a performance I did during the lockdown.
Yeah. That's
so you remember, the Dunda Live, exactly.
Dunda Live,
So remember there was a time everyone was kind of doing their thing. So me being the sharp guy, I had a conversation with a friend of mine called Valerie Mudhoni. Right. Shout out Valerie. She has a song called Spicy Season. But I decided to record the set, and I said, okay, maybe someone will like it. Mike, that's one of my most popular albums right now. Yeah. People listen to that thing daily. Yeah.
And you know, most people will be really jittery about doing a live album.
Because you can't tweak it. It's very naked. It's very. But I said, you know, one thing about my fans, and one thing I really appreciate about them is that they love my authenticity. So they don't expect me to be perfect. The only pressure they put on me is they just say, Tetu, just be yourself. And when I'm given that kind of allowance, then it takes a lot of pressure off of me.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you still trying to do the journey to 1,000?
Hey bro, Corona man really messed me up. You know, I had Journey to 1,000 was a concert series. We were supposed to do 4 concerts throughout the year, end up with 1,000 people at Alchemist. Of course, I did the first one, 300 people came. So I was above schedule, ahead of schedule. We were going to get more than 1,000.
Right. Then COVID.
Mazi.
We have to end the show here, Tetu, we cannot end without a performance.
All right.
So what are you going to sing for us?
I think I'm going to do a song called Chemistry.
All right. If you have chemistry with your person, and I hope you do, this Sunday, then definitely will be a day for you to show it. Thank you so much for joining us here on Unplugged, and of course, everybody who was watching the loop from Trademark. And we want to wish you a fantastic weekend and an even better February 14th as you spend the day with your loved ones. We'll see you again next Saturday, here next year. Wow, I've already rukat. We'll see you next Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right here on Unplugged. And of course, we will start trying to repeat the show. So on Sundays, look out for another rerun of this amazing show with Tetu Shani and all the other guests that we host.
I had a dream about you, babe. We floated through clouds of misty gray. There was a sea of green below. Are we drifters or shall we call this place home? I had a dream about you, babe. We floated through clouds of misty gray. There was a sea of green below. Are we drifters or shall we call this place home? Since we met, you've been the realest, so refreshing. I feel like I have known you for so long. I can be myself when I'm with you. Rest assured, the feeling's mutual, I can't ignore. That I'm a better person when I'm with you. Can't imagine myself with someone else. Oh, 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 come on baby girl, let's lose this crowd. I've made reservations for 2. Tonight's a Friday, it's supposed to be boys' night out, but I think I'd rather kick it with you. Come on baby boy, make your move, I surrender myself to you. There's chemistry between us, I can't explain. My reaction is to stick with you. I think that I'ma stick with you. Oh, I've been